Hello everyone and welcome back to Age in Nagash, which is a channel dedicated to Age of Sigmar, and I am excited as in this video I'm going to be talking about the update we may be getting for Legions of Nagash. That is right, because ahead of tomorrow's Warhammer Preview, Warhammer Community has put up an article, and this article was all about the next book in the Broken Realms series, which is all going to be about Teclis and Nagash having a fight out, as what they've titled this article is Teclis takes aim at Nagash in the next chapter of the Broken Realms saga. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to read over, as you can see this all being screen recorded, what we have got here in this article and what hints is it telling us we may see in tomorrow's preview or even beyond that. And what I will say before you get really excited, that they quite specify that this next book in the Broken Realms series is going to be Teclis. As the first one was Morathi, this is going to be Teclis, so it's not going to be Nagash and Teclis, so that means that the Lumineth Realm Lords will be the main part of that book that we will see, and Legion of Nagash hopefully will get an update because they are long awaited an update in the book, but we can't really guarantee anything, but I think they will do, or maybe even get combined into the new Soulblight Gravelords we've got coming out, as we had that photo leak that I covered, and then Games Workshop shortly after I talked about that in a video released a proper Warhammer community article about it with better photos and everything else. So this is all very exciting times, all very exciting news. And I just think, I know we got tomorrow preview show and I'll do my own video covering it, but I think it's nice just to do this little bit of taster we've got here and talk about it because I really am quite excited about it. I have only just found out. Okay, so let's start off. So like I said, it says Teclis takes aim at Nagash in the next chapter of the Broken Realms saga, and then it says gods are sundered, new evils awake, and the 8 realms thunder to the sound of marching legions in Broken Realms. The unprecedented narrative event for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The High Oracle Kane's relentless pursuit of godhood, i.e. Morathi, shook the mortal realms with dire consequences in Broken Realms Morathi. And we couldn't be more excited to bring to you the next major installment in this epic series. So what we got here is a little video. Now I'm not going to play it just because sometimes YouTube's funny, and if I play this then it means it gets like essentially copyrighted, and then it means that I can't make my like 50p off this video. So what I've done here is I've just paused it at the most important and exciting bit for me. Essentially you've got this chap Teclis, who's, you can see like into the future and between voids and stuff, and he is saying that basically death has been a blight on the land, and that the Lumineth Realm Lords coming from Haish need to bring enlightenment and light to banish away the darkness of which is undeath. Now I completely disagree. I think Nagash, obviously being myself, done a fantastic job here. We've really done our best to make the realms a peaceful, silent place, and apparently some people don't like that, and they're very pretentious and they think they're better than everyone, i.e. High Elves and Lumineth Realm Lords. But the important thing about in this shot is that this is obviously some pictures, some death stuff. Are any of these new models for Legions of Nagash or the Soulblight Gravelords that we've seen? I'm going to say no, and that's mainly because they look too much like Nighthaunt. Because if we check out this chap here, the closest one to us, he's got a skull, right? He hasn't got a hood over it, which the Nighthaunt usually have. However, what I will say is that the arms are not skeletal, and you could go, well, it's a zombie, but it's got a pure, like, you know, skeleton head and like elongated jaw that's quite similar of the Nighthaunt. So I think these are chain rafts. You got someone here, but that could be a Grimglass Reaper or a Calm Wraith. I really want to say, oh, these could be a new take on Skeleton Warriors, and they really could be. It could be some sort of interesting thing where they're a bit ethereal, but maybe not. But I feel like that's just kind of Nighthaunt, isn't it, at the end of the day? So I think these are Nighthaunt ones, but I am happy to be proven wrong. Obviously, you have things like they have spears here, which the Nighthaunt units do not have traditional spears. They have scythes and everything else, but they don't have your standard spears, as far as I can remember off the top of my head. And yeah, I think that's that. But what I will say, and this takes us all the way back to Malign Portents, which was a series of narrative events Games Workshop released about 2 years ago now, I think maybe 3 years ago. And essentially, it's what happened, what kicked off the Legions of Nagash Battletome and the Soul Wars and the Necroquake and all that sort of thing. And this malign portents, they had some artwork that came out for it, and a lot of the death stuff. This was just before Nighthaunt came out, right? And they teased a lot of models like this, which were like skeletal but slightly different and hooded. And these very much reminded me of the same ones we saw then, compared to what we're seeing now as well. And these don't 100% suit Nighthaunt because that sword is different. They don't have those sort of swords. They have those sort of like crypt swords here. They don't have spears. But again, I could, and this guy's got, double-handed a sword here, and also this guy's got a double-handed sword. So I don't know, but it could be an interesting hint or something we can see. But that's basically what we've got in this video here. It then says, Teclis, twin god of the realm of Hyeish, marches to war with a colossal host of Lumineth realm lords at his back, determined to bring an end to the catastrophic soul wars and punish Nagash for his hand in unleashing the Necroquake that twisted the fate of the mortal realms. The Archmage and his armies are set to enact their judgment on the realm of Shyish itself. Why is everyone taking it out on Shyish? But anyway, with trickeries does the great Necromancer have in store for them? Can the purity of light banish the darkness of death itself? You'll have to wait for Broken Realms Teclis to find out. Really hope it doesn't. It would generally annoy me. Nagash needs a break. And then we've got, in the meantime, a new forces of the Lumineth Realm Lords muster to join their patrons' call to war. Join us for the Warhammer Preview online this Saturday at 1:45 PM GMT time over on Twitch as we delve into the future of the mortal realms and whip up a whirlwind of new content for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Underworlds, and much more. And it says, discover more in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Online, sorcery, blah, blah, blah. So, what do I think to make of this? I think, looking at the news we have seen as well, coming up to this, we are going to get a new box set, not released, but previewed tomorrow to us, which is going to involve the new Lumineth stuff, which is the kangaroos, and then the guy who's mounted on that very cool looking, it's not a horse, it's not a llama, something in between thing. Anyway, cool model. And then maybe you've got that guy who rides in a cloud. They sort of showed off a little bit in a preview they teased in a trailer of the Happy New Year stuff. So that could be the Lumineth bit. We could see another Lumineth unit in there, maybe something different. And then the Nagash bit, you're gonna. So I really feel like they're gonna bring out a box set with Lumineth and Death in it because they did it between the Daughters of Cain and Slaanesh, right? Back in when Broken Realms and Marathi came out. I think Shadow and Pain is what it's called. And I really think we're going to see something like that now. And I really think when we see these sort of big box sets for two armies and we wonder what's the trigger that makes them release these box sets? I think it will be these Mortal Realms. I think the two main armies that pit against each other in each book will have a big box set come out for them. Now, is this guaranteed? Absolutely not. I may be completely wrong, but it's more of a sort of a wish list for what I think we're going to see and something we could. On the death side for this box, I was going to say the new Vampire. However, how that picture was taken, not the actual photo what Games Workshop released, but whatever that person took a photo in a storeroom, if Games Workshop leaked it, I don't care. That photo looked like that Soulblight Vampire Lord that was coming out is actually its own standalone model and its own blister pack. So it's very rare that when these big box sets come out that you can buy those models separately at the same time as well, particularly the hero. So I'm not too sure she is going to be in there, but we could see death stuff we have not seen yet in this box set fighting the Lumineth. Again, no guarantee there will be one, but I think there's a strong chance we'll see that tomorrow, or maybe hints of it, and then we'll get so much more news for Legions of Nagash, hopefully just to know what the sort of future is with that, because with my Legions of Nagash army, I am a little bit I'm not really too sure what to do with it at the moment, especially as a collector as well, and I've sort of been holding off on Legions of Nagash and, Legions of Nagash content until we get some certainties. When I did that review of the Elite Vampire and the Kangaroo video, I had a lot of people in the comments sort of concerned about their Legions of Nagash army, how it's going to work, and I really want to make sure that there's going to be an answer for you guys for that and for myself. So hopefully we will see that tomorrow. But what I wanted to say in this video coming up is the next Broken Realms book is going to be called Teclis. And I'm pretty sure it was called Teclis, or something down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Teclis. But anyway, so it's going to be called Teclis. Just trying to in Warhammer. I don't know why I saw that actually for a second. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Wait for Broken Realms Teclis to find out. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be called Broken Realms Teclis. I was right about that. It's going to involve Teclis invading Shyish, which is a cool setting. And then, obviously, Shyish is going to be defended by the Legions of Nagash. I would love it if then they turn Legions of Nagash into like a Cities of Sigmar book, almost kind of feel to it, and show off some mortals. You could have mortal thralls and all that sort of vampire stuff. But that's a whole new talk, which I don't really want to dive into that rabbit hole because it could be completely irrelevant tomorrow when we get the update. But what we're going to see is, obviously, Teclis Broken Realms come out, and then we're going to see some updates for Legions of Nagash in there, maybe some other Death armies as well, as it's going to be Shyish versus Shyish, basically. And it rhymes, right? Off against each other. What other armies are we going to see involved? I'm not too sure. There's bound to be more armies involved, as the first Broken Realms book, Marathi, had many armies in it. It's almost like Slaves of Darkness didn't exist, but, you know, here, there, or nowhere. So hopefully we'll get some Slaves of Darkness in this one again. But no, very exciting. Be interesting to see what we're going to get. And I just wanted to let you guys know that we're bound to get some updated rules for Death, for Lumineth as well. But to be honest, I don't even care for Lumineth because like their battle tome is what, like 6-7 months old, something like that. And now it's like not really relevant now because it's got new units that would mean that it will need a new battle tome at some point. And Lumineth already have enough units, I think. Why can't Iron Jaws have a few new models or units or something to add to their very small pool of units to choose from? I don't know. But it'd be cool that Death's finally going to get some stuff. And then also I think there's going to be a box set revealed tomorrow, hopefully. Because we've got Death and Divine, right? Those are the two words they're playing with. Divine, I know it could be 40k and everything else, but and it can be Slaanesh. So it could be a Death and Slaanesh box that maybe come out. But I do think the Lumineth see themselves as divine. They're so goddamn, arrogant, right? Aren't they? And so much up themselves that I think it will be Death and Lumineth. In which form we'll yet to see. But this could be the first sign of the big Soulblight Gravelords push come forward, which would be really quite cool. Anyway, guys, so with that, like I said, it's just going to be a quick video. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts of this Warhammer community before we get more news come out tomorrow. I'm going to upload this video as quickly as I can, so it's like as relevant for as long as possible, obviously. And just before I go, I do want to just do a quick shout out to my patrons. As it wasn't for them, wouldn't be able to continue this channel, so huge support and shout out for them. So it's going to be my Morgasts, which is Sandback, Johnathan H, Filq, Bleed Red, my Vampires, which is Mir, Martin S, Roush321 and David A, my Necromancers, which is Jacq.l, RadiationRiley, AW77, Dice Sagas, WolfNick, Michal W, Quad, and the Cranky Wombat. So guys, thank you very much for your continued support. Like I say, really keeps the channel going. If you'd like to become a patron, you'll find a link to my Patreon at the top of the description down below, which anything you could give, even if you just consider giving $1 a month, guys, really goes towards me being able to keep this up. And if you can't do anything like that, that's absolutely fine. But if you did enjoy the video, I would ask if you could please smash that like button, as that is free for you to do, really helps. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do if you enjoy the content, because it makes it even easier for you to view it and massively helps me out as well. And already, if you have subscribed, smash that bell notification as well. Make sure you won't miss a video. And finally, if you've got any thoughts on this yourself, this Warhammer community, what would you like to see? What do you think there's going to be? If you disagree with what I've said, please put that in the comments down below as well, as it'd be great to hear your thoughts, as this is all very exciting times, right? Seeing what we're going to get. But anyway, guys, until next time, remember that Nagash is all, and all is one in Nagash.